Hello friends, it's Kristie Marcotte. Today I'll be sharing some cards I made using Spellbinders January 2022 Large Die of the Month. Now I also received the card kit of the month and the embossing folder of the month, and I've already shared a video. I will add a link at the end of this video if you want to check that out. But today I'll be using the large die of the month. So here are all the dies that are included. I did share this in a little more detail in my unboxing video. This is the very first time I'm using their large die of the month, so I'm really excited to try this out. The detail is amazing with all of these pieces. The largest die can be used to create a fun little pocket for your card or project. The pattern paper I'll be using for both of my cards is by Mintay. This is an older collection. For the first card, I'll be using this green wood grain looking pattern. I've cut out the pocket, and it's hard to see on the pattern paper, but the die does provide the little fold or crease lines. I'll also use my bone folder to get a better crease. So I'm folding all of those pieces in. The green side is what we're going to see on my project. Now I'll add some double-sided tape, and I'm using 1/8 of an inch tape. I'm putting it on all of those folded tabs. And for now, I'll just leave the release paper until I'm ready to attach it to my card front. I'll flip this piece over, and I use some solid green cardstock to cut out this beautiful intricate design. So this is just slightly smaller than the main pocket piece. This is some older cardstock I have, so it's double-sided. It has a different color on the back side. I'm putting liquid adhesive all over the back, trying to make sure to get all of those tiny little leaf areas. I'll flip it over and attach it to the front of my pocket. So it leaves maybe 1/8 of an inch around the outside edge. For the background of the card, I'll be using some white shimmer cardstock, putting it in my mini MISTI so I can stamp out the sentiment. This is Thinking of You. I'm using Honeybee Stamp's Intense Black ink, and the sentiment is from Spellbinders Essential Sentiments Stamp Set. Has lots of great sentiments you can use all year round. We'll also add a gold holographic peel-off by Love from Lizi. This is the straight style. Just putting it right underneath the sentiment. And this is super sparkly. Then I'll layer this piece on a green cardstock layer. And all of my cards in this video are American Standard A2 size, 4¼ inches by 5½ inches. Put my card front onto a card base, then I can attach the front of this pocket. So I'll remove the release paper, and I'm also adding some small drops of liquid adhesive. Since I'm adhering this on some shimmer cardstock, that liquid adhesive will just help to make sure it doesn't pop off. So there is my fun little pocket. And what's great about this die set, it has all these other little individual pieces so you can decorate your flower. So I have some teal glitter cardstock for one of the flower pieces. I'm also using some gold iridescent cardstock for a couple of the pieces. I love adding lots of shimmer and shine to my cards using specialty cardstock. So the center part of the flower, I use some more of the white shimmer cardstock, since most of that will be covered up. Using some more of the gold iridescent cardstock for this little piece. And for the two leaves and also the stem, I use the same green solid cardstock. To make them stand out against the rest of that background, I'm inking the edges using Deck the Halls ink color by Catherine Pooler. And this will help add a little more definition to the leaves. So once those are all finished, I can add them to the front of my card. I'll adhere the stem down first using some liquid adhesive. And then for the leaves, I'll be adding a thin foam square just on the very top edge of each of the leaf. And I'll use liquid adhesive on the bottom edge and adhere it right onto that pocket panel. I love all the beautiful detail from this die. It's hard to see, but there's also the etched detail on each of the leaves. So now I can set that aside, and I decided to add a little piece to put inside the pocket. I used one of the other dies that's included on this set, and you could use that as the front of the pocket, but since it fits perfectly on the inside, I thought it would be perfect to add an image and a sentiment. I'm using Spellbinders Embroidery Flowers stamp set and Catherine Pooler's Daydream ink color for the largest flower. I'll also be stamping the sentiment Keep Smiling, and this is also included on that same Embroidery Flower stamp set. I'll be using some older ribbon by May Arts to add a little pull so you can get that sentiment out of the pocket. I'll be folding this piece in half. I put some double-sided tape on the inside. Then I'll cut the ends of the ribbon. And I didn't want to use a stapler or anything bulky for adhering the ribbon to this piece, so instead I'm using some double-sided tape. I'll just press the ribbon in place to the back of this panel, and I have a cute little pull. And it fits right inside the pocket. You could also put a gift card on this piece, so when they pull that up, they'll have their little surprise. So there is my finished card, and I did make 2 using this design. For my second card, I decided to focus on the heart dies that are included in the set. I have some pink pattern paper for the background, and this is from the same pattern paper by Mintay. I want to add a little extra color to the edges. I'm using Rose Petals ink color by Catherine Pooler. Then I'll put this panel in my mini MISTI so I can stamp my sentiment. I'm using Spellbinders Simple Sentiment stamp set. This is Sending Big Hugs. I think that sentiment is perfect with the 2 hearts I'll be featuring on this card. Then I'll layer that panel on some pink cardstock. Put my card front onto a card base, and I'm leaving that 1/8 of an inch of the white card base showing. The die set includes the outline of the heart, and then it also has the inside piece so you can add all the flowers and vines. So I cut out 2 of the hearts, decided to have 1 solid, and then the other features those beautiful leaves and flowers. I'll ink up the edge of both of the hearts using Catherine Pooler's Cranberry Fizz ink color. I'm adding a little more ink to the edge of the solid heart and just a light coating on the edge of the detailed cutout heart. I'll adhere the solid heart onto the card first using some liquid adhesive. And once that's in place, I can attach the detailed vine flower heart. And I'll have the very left side of that detailed heart going over the solid heart. Trying to get liquid adhesive in all those intricate little areas. So once that's in place, I can add the extra flower detail, and I use some pink satin mirror cardstock for all those little flowers. I'll just glue those in place using some liquid adhesive. And the pieces are fairly small, so it does help to have a pair of reverse tweezers to attach everything. For a little extra sparkle on the card, I decided to use the pink holographic peel-offs by Love from Lizi. This is the pinstripe style. I'll be using the medium and also the narrowest width. I'm putting a small piece to the right of the sentiment and underneath that second heart. And I'll cut the end using my craft knife. I'll do the same thing for that narrowest width peel off. Then one final finishing touch and a little more sparkle. I decided to use Nuvo's glitter drops. This is the Enchanting pink color. I'll add it to the left of that large solid heart. Put a couple drops in the upper left-hand corner, a few around that detail heart. And then I'm also adding some on several of the leaves. Not all of them, just some of them. So once that dries, it'll have this really pretty sparkle look. So there is my finished card, and again, I did make 2 using this design. This would be perfect for a Valentine's Day card. Now here's another look at the 4 cards I made using Spellbinders January 2022 Large Die of the Month Club Kit. If you are interested in subscribing, I do have links provided in the description box. In order to receive this set, you do need to subscribe by January 24th. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.